Alright, this is a video about a do-it-yourself EGPU unit. So I am running an HP 2570P, which is a business laptop, and it has very strict security. It doesn't handle tampering very well. So I spent probably almost 2 months accomplishing what I finally was able to accomplish with some software help from an online friend. So I have a GeForce here. This is a 560 Ti. It's 5 years old. Cost about $100 used. And I have the power supply unit. This is designed for computers. So I needed at least 550 watts, and this one's 600. So yeah, I'll turn the switch on. The fans come on both the graphics card and the power unit itself. From the power unit, one of those mammoth cords connects into the adapter. This is the B+ latest adapter. And then it goes into the circuit board here, and then comes out. This came with the adapter. There's a cord that gives a power supply to the graphics card. On the back here we have some delays. Those red lights are actually part of the delay system that goes off. And there are actually, under these horizontal, there's one delay switch here, there's one delay switch there. I set them on maximum delay. And I can operate this system without this GPU or PSU, power supply unit, being constantly on, which I have it rigged because it was recommended online to make things easier. And all I did was, there are, on this adapter, there's two little bars here, and I just simply connected them together with a paper clip that I bent, just to keep the circuit running all the time. So when I want to play a game, I have to go through this system. I have to go through this process, which I will demonstrate here. Okay, I'm going to use the do-it-yourself software designed to pre-configure the system before Windows boots. That's the whole key to getting this thing to work. There is no other way to get this laptop to run with this graphics card, because it wasn't designed to run with an external graphics card. I'll have it connected to the express card slot here. And out of the graphics card, this on the top, this cord is a mini-HDMI cable, which I've connected to a regular HDMI cable, which is connected to the TV, which is where I play my games. Okay. Okay, so now we're into the, go to number 3, menu-based selection. I'm using the 1.35 software, which you can purchase for $15 online through eBay. There's some kind of a DevCon text that I don't have installed for some reason, but it hasn't created any errors yet, so I just go with and now I'm following the suggestions under the EGPU.io website, and I'm just following their instructions, which are go to PC compaction, and then go to endpoint, and you want to set it for 56.25 gigabytes with 36-bit right there. and hit return. Then it'll give you a warning. So you have to have the override installed. You have to have done that earlier, which I did, according to the website. Hit return. Then the next thing you want to do is go to a run compact. Go down to the EGPU and force the EGPU. And then it'll do what it needs to do. Hit return a couple times. Okay, then you hit escape. And then go to startup battery, test run. Then you go to the chain loader and test run that as well. Test run. Then that'll go right back to the Windows boot or your boot menu, and I'm choosing Windows 64. Yes, Windows 10. So it appears that the software 1.35, the GPU software, is DOS driven, and that is a programming language that would be very useful to learn, because that's how this successful eGPU came into being. Okay. Okay, the TV's booting up. So far I see nothing on the screen. And I did skip one step, and that was to disable the oh, there it goes. I didn't disable the internal graphics card yet. The integrated graphics, I usually disable that. I'm going to put in my password. Hold on a second. Okay, now it's loading. So I'm running 8 gigabytes of RAM with yeah, this is an i5 processor. Okay, so let's do a demonstration here. First of all, well, before I launch game, go into Device Manager and see what's going on there. Display adapters. Okay, so there you have them. They're both listed. The Nvidia GeForce with no errors, and the Intel graphics, which is the that is the integrated graphics, which I don't want to use. So it's working properly. I'm gonna disable it. Okay. Now it just switched to the graphics card. So, but I'm gonna hit the Windows key down here, see if that, because it's just locked up for some reason. I don't know, one thing that was recommended was that you don't plug in the HDMI cable until after everything's booted, so I don't know if that's the problem or not. Let me see if I can get anything to work here. Alright, there we go. I see it took that long for the graphics card to kick in, and it's kicked in now, I believe. Well, let's go to, no it's not. Alright, well, let's try it, see what's going on with the graphics card properties. Device is working properly. Okay. Now I have the latest driver installed. Okay. Let's try to disable it again and see what happens. Okay, immediately goes to this screen here. But I don't have the pointer, can't do anything. So, as recommended by the website, they recommend to actually uninstall it. Maybe I can do that and see how that goes. And as soon as I get the system back. Okay, I got the pointer back, the mouse pointer, and I'm going to try to go into this Nvidia control panel, as well as go into settings. And I found that it's best to mirror the monitors. Okay, well, we're having problems here, so what I did not do is I did not disable the integrated graphics before I did this, so that seems to be critical. I'm going to do that now. Alright, so I disabled the Intel graphics and rebooted, and as you can see, we've got the graphics card working. It's a beautiful display there, and fits right in. Everything seems to be set up just fine. So one thing I found out that is very important is you go under settings, under your display settings in Windows, and you want to mirror both devices, which they're mirrored now, but duplicate these, yeah, it says duplicate these displays, or it might say mirror. That's what you want. That's the only way I've been able to get it to work. So close that. Now, I spent a lot of time getting good graphics combination settings between the card and the television, and that's set up now. It turns out that, well, here's what I'm running as far as specs with graphics. It's 720 pixels by 1176 by 664 at 60 frames refresh rate for Battlefield 1. So I'm going to go ahead and try to run the Star Wars game and see how that works. So just double click Star Wars and see what happens. Never played this game yet, but I'm certainly excited about it. put Jimi Hendrix on pause. Okay, so you can see I've got the same image in my Elitebook's display as you're seeing on the TV. Let's give it some time. Okay, that's encouraging. I think we're on a roll now. So the remarkable thing about this is that I'm using a 5-year-old Elitebook, HP Elitebook, and I'm using a 5-year-old graphics card. And so this is very low cost. This is not expensive. And the nice thing about the eGPU system is you can, obviously you can put any graphics card you want in there with a 16-pin PCI slot through the adapter. And depending on your laptop, you may be able to upgrade other things as well. And I know this model, the 2570p, allows an upgrade of the processor to the i7 if I so desire. Now there you can see it's running. And we'll see how well it runs. Okay. We got sound. Press spacebar to start. It's using my controller here to navigate the menus. Probe droids. Let's get started. Take out the Viper. Probe droids on Hoth and learn the basics of the game. Now, as you can see, we've got some flashing here, which I have never experienced yet. Maybe these graphic settings are not right for this game. That must be the case. Stand by. Actually, I figured out what the flickering was. Believe it or not, it's not graphics card related. It's related to the firewall. And it's asking me to allow access, and I'm going to click yes. Believe it or not, I believe that's what was causing the flickering. So now we're going to launch the tutorial. Press A. Our scanners have picked up possible Imperial signals around the base. Move out and investigate. Eliminate any potential threats before they can alert the Empire to our presence. We cannot afford to be found out. There we go.
Okay, I finished my circle. No signs of activity.
Affirmative. Can you make another pass? Our scanners are picking up a lot of interference due to all the meteorite activity nearby.
Will do.
Yeah, these graphic settings are working just fine.
R2 says his scanners have picked up some strange readings. Here's Princess Leia. I'm sure she'll know what to do.
Scout the vicinity for signs of activity. Be careful.
Okay, I'll get a little bit of that gameplay on here.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
This is actually very excellent.
Make your way to the designated location.
It's completely playable online too. This is a campaign.
Use your scanners to scan the area. It can identify critical data on the nearby area.
Over here, come on! Boom! Over here, come on! I have a really bad feeling about this.
Alright, well, just move in that direction.
Traverse the terrain to find a better vantage point. Good job. Scanners are picking up an Imperial signal. Get to it quickly. Blast that droid to pieces. Good job. Looks clear.
Over here, come on!
Okay, so as you can see, the game is playing extremely well. I'm very impressed. That's the end of this tutorial.